Should old acquaintance be forgot? Hey, y'all, come on in. Happy New Year.
We have a soap from Talent Soap Factory.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
We are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. Happy New Year. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. If you happen to be here during the live premiere, why, come on in the live chat and meet the Whiff Pack, a cool group of folks celebrating New Year's from all over the world. They'd love to meet you.
They would. And for our mention today, we wanted to talk about the end-of-year clearance sale that they're having over at the Wet Shaving Store. 50% off of most things. And if you are watching this on New Year's Day, you have until midnight tonight to get this sale. So head on over and stock up on Shave Dad, Noble Otter, and lots of others to help support Andy and his family.
Yo, we got 6 for upcoming episodes, including a few splashes that somehow we had missed. The Dork Shave Dad splash is on sale for $7 or $8. Y'all, mysteries and wonders over there. And what's our soap today?
Our soap today is Daddy Longlegs from Talent Soap Factory. And this was just a fun New Year's looking label.
And y'all, it's their barbershop scent. So how are we supposed to lay off on that? Let's meet the soap. All right, y'all, so from the Talent Soap Factory sales page at Etsy.com.
Talent Soap Factory Daddy Longlegs Shaving Soap is 4 ounces. Scent profile, you ready? 1920s barbershop. That's it. A butter-rich vegan formula supported by skin-loving oils.
Well, y'all, I'm excited because we've got Aqua, Velva, and we've got Sun Up and all of these vintage aftershaves that go back to the 40s.
Right?
Maybe the 30s. But in 1920, I think 4711 or 1147 was the only thing kind of kicking around ubiquitously. Who knows what this might smell like, but I'm excited to find out.
Right, and when you look at the label, it's just a fun little time capsule on its own. Like New Year's to me just reminds me of looking back on the year, or maybe the past decade, or whatever journey is coming ahead. There's something about also looking back. So 1920s is kind of interesting because we're in like the 2020s.
Right.
So it's kind of like a full thing.
Full centuries gone by. And I love that the artwork is reminiscent of those old French paintings of people toasting at midnight. Y'all, let's have a New Year's Eve unboxing. They had a giant sale, y'all, at Talent Soap Factory, and we got this. Oh, here it is. Let's see. Oh, wow, y'all, look at that label. Is that beautiful? What kind of drink is she holding?
Oh, and then I forgot, but I got some aftershave
Oh, for this one? Ooh, let me see. This is our first Talent Soap Factory splash, I think. Let's see. Whoa!
She's looking pretty classy.
Love it. Let's do perfect friends. All right, y'all, strap in. Should old acquaintance be forgotten? We need a first impression.
Different than the Sterling size. It's like a different kind of bottle.
It's a little thinner.
More square on
than
the ends?
The one we're used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, square.
Like how it fits in your hand. It's just a little different.
This will be back. All right, I'm going to have you go first so I can ask you some questions. I'm kind of hoping for some powder might be hiding in here, but who knows?
Me too. But it's fun because we haven't done a barbershop in a while. We've had all the holidays going on. So, the Barbershop Duet should end the year with a barbershop,
Makes
right?
perfect sense to me, and especially one from the 20s, a Centurion barbershop.
Okay, I'm thoroughly intrigued.
Right.
Oh, you can see Talent Soap is in there. It's kind of fadey kind of thing. Like it's kind of hidden
like
in the moonlight.
Watermark.
Yeah.
That's cool,
Is
y'all.
this waterproof on the label?
I love their labels, y'all. There's such imagination in
All
these.
right, let's see. All right, normal color. Nothing different.
Take it in.
Whoo-wee! All right, barbershop time. Here we go. It is powdery. I don't think it's exactly a powder version of ones that we have before, but it's similar to that lane. There's something kind of brighter and more fun about this.
Right.
So it is powder. I don't know if it was something in their base that I'm smelling, but Fantasy Donut that we opened from them and how charming and kind of fun that was.
Yeah.
There's something in this powder barbershop that's bringing that alive as well. So the party is happening still.
Now, when I hear Powder Barbershop, my nose goes to the OG around here because the first one we did was Sterling Barbershop. Is there a relationship between those two?
There's a relationship, but I feel like that one has a little more masculine to it somehow. I'm not sure how. Where this one has a little bit more of a fun, charming, there is a gal on the front cover.
Right.
So I'm not saying it's feminine, but it's not as stuck for me as completely masculine.
Gotcha.
So there might be a floral mixing in with the powder.
Oh.
I don't know. There's just something that's making it more of a bright white kind of dress-up vibe a little bit for me compared to more the Sterling side, where I feel like that has a little bit more of the masculine dude on the cover. This one has just a little bit more of that lighter kind of touch, maybe. You'll know better than I will, because I'm sure you've worn that one more recently, comparing the two powdery ones side by side.
Where does this sit for scent intensity?
Oh, it's actually pretty potent to me.
Oh, nice.
I want to say a 2.5, maybe 3. There's something that's making it charming. I don't know if that's just something sweeter.
Yeah.
It's not gourmandy, I don't want to take a bite of it, but there's something that does have that sweeter, charming side. I'm not getting hit by tons of lavender.
Right.
I'm not getting hit by tons of herbs like other barbershops.
Right.
I don't think I'm getting hit with more of the bay rums and stuff that sometimes come with the barbershop side. I don't get a blue image in mind. I really get a crisp, bright, almost like a camera flash.
Right.
New Year's Eve-ish, but something bright.
Right, so not the herbiness of an aqua velva.
No, nothing like that.
Gotcha.
So I'm curious for you to get your nose on this and see if it's closer to some of the powdery ones that we have, or if you feel like it could kind of be its own fun thing here.
Is there a little bit of bay rum under the surface?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay, interesting.
It does have more the powder forward.
Gotcha.
Almost talky-ish kind of vibe, but I don't think it's quite there. But see what you think.
What's Formula Betty?
Oh, is that what the new branding, the new packages
seen that
and things?
before.
Huh.
We will have to investigate this. All right, here we go. I am going into this barbershop in the 20s. Kind of a Great Gatsby.
I almost said that earlier. That was the name I was needing.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Y'all, I bring you glad tidings of great joy. We have been in this world for almost a couple years now, and it is the powder-forward barbershops that tend to be the favorites around here, and she is absolutely right. And let's have a grown-up conversation about baby powder. Talc smells chalky. Baby powder is an invention of scent notes. It's lavender, it's heather, it's a couple of things that are in there that give that sweet, beautiful, nostalgic whiff of baby powder. So it's not like it's one note. It's 4 or 5 in there. Now, this is reminiscent of some of the barbershops that are out there that we have covered before, but I find that most artisans put their own little spin on it. Some extra florals, some extra powder, some extra bay rum, some extra spices, some extra sweets. This one does have just a little bit of some sweet floral sugars going on top. And I think this is sitting at a lovely intensity, like at a 3 or a 3.5. I don't think this goes all the way as spicy as the Sterling Barbershop does.
So, yeah.
I think that one has more of a bay rum in it.
Okay,
this is more your powders, your florals. More like the Lather Barbershop or the Lockhart's Barbershop. That
I would
one.
agree.
And I would say a little bit of that lavender or something in the floral base of that baby powder note has been turned up a bit. The bay rum's been turned down a bit. And I'm kind of getting that edge of funnel cake / cotton candy / powdered sugar.
The donut thing?
In this.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking this is a barbershop like on Coney Island, or we used to have something here in the city called Playland at the Beach. And I even remember being old enough when I was little to go see some of the ruins and some of the remnants of that. They even had a museum set up that had all of the clockwork machines from the original Playland still set up and the camera obscura and things. So this kind of does have that beautiful, sweet waft of gourmands from the boardwalk along with that barbershop scent. Ooh, and I think that's what sets this apart for me a little bit.
I think that was the way I was trying to explain it. I didn't want to say it was the donut when it wasn't, but there's something sweet around it.
Right.
There's just a little signature thumbprint at the end that I get more of that.
And that subtle yeastiness that is lovely. A couple of our Austrian friends have barbershops that they say smell like they're next to a bakery. So that, y'all, but it's not so much bread. It's more like those sweeter things that are deep fried and not so good for you and covered in powdered sugar.
Do you get that it's more not necessarily completely masculine to you?
Oh.
Does it, because it kind of feel like it's a little
Yes. I mean, it is certainly not a hairdresser. Get that out of your head. But hold on. This does not go all the way to those spices that would define a masculine scent in the 20s. No, this is more of a cool place, more of a middle of the road kind of a thing. And I think a bit reminiscent of the very super early, think Cologne, Germany, colognes that were basically neroli and flour based.
Right.
I think those little echoes that you're getting from this back into the past.
Like, just to smell fresh and clean, like that to them was the scent associated with that.
Right. And you know what? Let's take another look at the scent notes while we build a lather, because there aren't any. Back to the sales page at Etsy.com for Talent Soap Factory. The scent profile is...
2 words. 1920s barbershop.
All right, let's break this down. I can smell the 1920s.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah. Maybe that's the sweetness.
And I can smell the barbershop.
They're there, for sure.
Nailed it. And we are going to build a lather. We were looking for some rather dapper hardware this evening. Where did I get my Hemingway?
This is from Moon Soaps with that classy little coin on the bottom here. And we thought it was a little more dapper of a color.
They just released 9 new brushes and they sold out in 9 minutes, y'all. So when you see that Zach is turning brushes, you don't want to dilly-dally. All right, let's see how this soap deals with my state. Oh, nice little push back to my brush from this plant-based formula.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, because this does have a lot of butters and different oils, like they said, that are skin-loving oils.
Right. And y'all, step 1 for lathering here at the Barbershop Duet. We grind our soap into the ridges of our bowl like we're just trying to smush bubble gum into carpet, just so you can't get it out again. Then, this is the vertical bloom. We're going to wet the soap with 20 sprays of our bougie sprayer. Get it nice and wet, but we're going to keep the brush dry so that when it contacts the soap, just the moisture of this water is what's going to melt that soap onto the bristles. And we're going to go forwards and go backwards. And by the way, this is my new Admiral shaving bowl from Captain's Choice, a gift from my beloved for my birthday. Boy, do I love this thing. It is heavy. It is beautiful.
Matches our color theme here going on.
It is less than $80, y'all, for this amazing brass piece of hardware, handmade. Now, after you've gone forward, backward, push down a little bit to get to know what the backbone has to do with things, now we're going to spin the brush about 25%. Give those bristles a new orientation to grab at that soap. Forwards, backwards, backbone, then turn your brush again. We're just going to load up all the soap onto the bristles of that brush, and look at that. The soap's almost completely gone from the bottom of the bowl, and here's all that delicious water down there waiting to be sopped up onto those bristles. So, folks, this is now your ticket to an awesome face lather or the best leg lather of your life, but we're going to take it to the bowl like this. Oh, it's bad for the piano. The bubbles are going to start kind of big, and then as you start to agitate that soap in between the bristles of the brush, they're going to get smaller and smaller and smaller until they become butter and buttermilk sitting here in the bowl. And y'all, when you're done, that lather should have 2 jobs. Smell amazing and hold water against your face. Look at this. I know we never talk about lather here at the Barbershop Duet, but y'all, are you serious right now? Look at that. This Talent Soap Factory formula is no joke. And this is something you will only find here in the Barbershop Duet. This is do you see that green light across the water with? On 3, 1, 2. Right. Oh. Do you smell the florals in there now?
I think so. And it didn't get potency, like intensity more.
Right.
But I got the breadth of the scent more, I feel like.
Yes, it kind of widened.
Yes, which usually adding some water does help with that sometimes.
And y'all, right before it goes on the face, this Talent Soap Factory lather has a way of solidifying a bit. Unlike everything else in our cabinet, look at the iridescence on that. It just turns magical. Watch this, y'all.
It's like a 3D thing happening.
Kidding me? You want to do some painting?
I kind of do.
There you go. Let's see what happens.
And I've seen it on your face.
Y'all, look at that. And then the slickness test here. Beautiful, right?
Super padded
Under
feeling.
all my stubble. It's beautiful, y'all.
It's like the tiniest bubbles possible. You can barely even tell they're there.
I'm kind of getting like an effervescence from the powder, too. This is kind of got a little tug of war going on in
maybe
there
like the sparkles in your champagne.
Y'all,
those kind of effervescence.
Tiny bubbles. Why don't we follow these bubbles down to the bottom of the glass? Take this old deal.
Our first aftershave splash!
I'm excited. We tried one of the bombs with Ood of Cthulhu, and boy, that was lovely. So let's see where this one goes. Why don't you go first?
You think? Okay, so it does feel different than the Sterling one. Like whatever this different thing is, maybe? Okay. Ooh, wait. I don't really have arms here. Let's see.
Let's see how this goes. Oh. Whoa.
The dry down's a little different. Is there something a little more greenish kind of happening?
Maybe it's a little different than the other versions.
Just a little less of the sweetness part.
Oh, y'all, if you know your barbershops in the shaving world, this will be delightfully familiar. And then a few extra little 5-6% surprises of, I think, those little florals hiding in there. A couple of those things have been turned up inside the baby powder notes. And it's lovely, y'all. And no bay rum, I don't think. I think the sterling one might have a little bit of bay rum in it, and I don't think this one does.
Because there's something still in this that doesn't go completely masculine to me.
Right.
Like there's just something a little more subtle and sweet happening, maybe more floral side, the lavenders or something. Like, as this dries down, there's something at the end that just turns up that sweetness a little bit more.
Oh, and what were the 3 we just got from Talent Soap Factory? One of them smells like money.
Yeah, it has a penny on the cover, and it straight up smells like money. And the other one is the master's voice that smells like records, I think.
Vinyl records at a record shop? Are you kidding, y'all? Talent Soap Factory will give you these gorgeous charmers, and it will also give you the experience of being in your 1969 Volkswagen Beetle because it smells like the chemicals they used to coat the chassis before they put it in the car. Are you kidding me? Y'all, mysteries and wonders going on over there, and I am here for it, especially the fact that in most of the wet shaving world, artisans don't have crazy sales all that often, but if you keep your eye on the Talent Soap Factory site, you will be delighted from time to time with generous offerings, and I am loving our little adventure.
Yeah, I think Lather Yeti was the one that was like, have you guys checked them out recently? Because we had done a few at the beginning.
Yes.
And as soon as he sent that over, they have done an upgrade. They have added new labels, new options, new bottling. They are clearly pushing some new cool things out.
So let us know if there's any others from them that you'd like to try, because just their labels alone are worth the price of admission. So it's pretty simple. Y'all just be taking a walk in Midtown Manhattan, hot off the Barbershop in 1929, and just about the time you get down to Wall Street and you see all these guys emptying out onto the streets holding signs, brother, can you spare a dime? You're gonna get your own. So head over to etsy.com/shop/Talent Soap Factory to find this and all kinds of other cool stuff. Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with Daddy Longlegs, and is there anything more nostalgic for us gentlemen in this hobby than a barbershop? And this one, being so ubiquitously loved in the community for its original oil, does have a couple little surprises, I think, hiding inside, especially with what the base is doing with it. And y'all, what a base. A fabulous, safe, cushioned, sticky shave. And I love when I can tell in the bowl what the lather's going to do on my face. Talent Soap, talent indeed. Happy New Year, and we will be back for more. Welcome to Messages.
So for our January giveaway, we wanted to give you a chance to win a soap of your choice from Adopted Acres.
Yeah, y'all, any soap from their inaugural lineup, and all you have to do is send us an email here to WeSentYou@theBarbershopDuet.com so that we can get back to you. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways, and then check back here in the first week of February to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck.
So let's have a grown-up conversation. We probably have 4 or 5 soaps in our cabinet now that have this scent.
Yes.
But here's why I'm thrilled. First of all, this is probably the best barbershop scent in the business. So it's not a surprise why so many use it in their soaps. Number 2, the base, artisan to artisan, are going to add subtleties and take away certain things from that oil, artisan to artisan. So you might love it in one formulation and it doesn't particularly blow your skirt up in another.
Right.
Lastly, Fresh Cut Fade and Maggard's London Barbershop are the same oil. But when Ghost Town Barber got a hold of it, it chiseled face and added gunpowder and a couple of things, totally transformed it. Same thing with Fleet Street Pie Shop at 345. So it has to do with the subtleties. And I am pretty sure that each artisan tweaks this ever so slightly to maybe jive with their base or their own vision of the 20s, 30s, or 40s, wherever this is going to be. And there are tiny variations in those middle and low notes. So I am not afraid to try the same oil in a different soap because there might be a totally different experience that's waiting for you.
Right. And the other thing is some people get used to bases that they like.
Right.
Or like this one's a vegan base, but the sterling one I don't think is. So it's kind of fun if there's certain bases that get along better with your skin or your preferences, that everyone does have their sort of different twist on the barbershop.
Lee would love nothing better than to load up on sterling soap, but his face can't do the lanolin. So y'all, that's why I love it when another artisan might cover the same oil in their soap, because there are giant differences under the hood, and we love discovering what all of those are and why they matter.
And it's fun because we really are about helping get the newbies in.
Right.
So you never know what artisan they're going to find first. So it's fun to know, like, oh, if you look this type of barbershop or you do like a powder scent, then we would want to help find the other ones that you might like too. So it's just a nice little door opener having a barbershop scent.
Right.
But this one has a fun 1920s label and a different way for you to maybe pick it that you normally wouldn't.
And if you are a newbie in this world, when I did first smell this original scent oil, it was totally different from what my nose would ever have expected as a barbershop. But now, I don't even remember what I was thinking because this defines barbershop for me, and it will going forward. I doubt this is going to be dethroned anytime soon.
If you want to see his face when he first smelled this, go check out the Sterling Barbershop episode. Because it's true. It's kind of fun for us to have a little time capsule.
Skirt was blown up to here.
It's true. You can also check out Jared's website at thirstybadger.ca because he has a master list of all of the soaps that are on there.
Yeah, y'all. Any soap in the shaving soap world that uses a dupe oil of a cologne or a scent, it is listed there so that you can know if you're going to buy something that has the same oil in it. But again, you might have your reason.
Thank you so much for spending New Year's Day with us. We're so happy to have you here and all of our friends of the Whiff Pack for spending the past year with us. And we're looking forward to another year ahead with you all.
Y'all, it's going to be a grand adventure, and we couldn't be more grateful for you being here in our barbershop. Your chair is always open.
Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.